Hi friends, in this video we'll discuss about the gear lubrication and the thermal analysis using ANSYS CFX. So we all know that when the gears rotate in the viscous fluids like lubricants, there is a huge temperature rise with respect to the time we run the gears. So we'll try to simulate all those things in this video using the ANSYS CFX tool in the MS Solid approach. So now let us discuss what are the main points we need to remember when you're trying to use this immersed solid approach. The first one is the aspect ratio of the mesh should be like 1.5 for multi-phase flows. So it should not be greater than that ratio. So it is like you need to use a good tetrahedral or hexahedral mesh in order to have that aspect ratio. The next is the Boolean operation which should be performed in the immersed solid approach, not exactly in the traditional way how you try to remove the solid from the fluid. I mean, no Boolean operation we need to perform. So we need to merge this solid and fluid. Next point is we need to have the time step as low as possible in order to have the global Courant number within the range. It should not cross at least value of 3. The next point is the transient effects we cannot consider here, which exactly happens in the gear mechanism or in any other solid fluid interaction, because here the approach is completely different. Here the water which is in place with the solid, that solid motion is being considered into the volume of that fluid using this momentum source terms. So as I mentioned in the next point, so what is the solid motion present there would be given to the fluid that is present in the same place with respect to the source terms. So which is not exactly will happen in real nature, because in real nature fluid that is adjacent to the gears would have will carry these source terms, but here it's not that case. The fluid which is present in place with the solid would carry that source terms. So here you need not use any deforming of the mesh and those things, so it will reduce a lot of computational effort, but still it is not an accurate one when compared to the regular transient analysis or deforming mesh what we do. So these are the points which we need to remember when you're doing any immersed solid approach in ANSYS CFX. So I'll just show you simple geometry what I have considered. So this is my fluid geometry, and inside you can see solid geometry. So these are not bisector, or these are not Boolean. You can see when I try to hide this, so you can see the entire solid, or when I try to hide the solid and try to on this, you can see the entire fluid. So there is no cut portion inside the fluid, so both are on a whole basis, right? And this point or this surface is my opening, where we can have that opening boundary conditions in ANSYS CFX when you are trying to implement. So I'll just show you the setup step by step. So I've already imaged it. Simple mesh I have selected tetrahedron. So I'll just go to settings. So in the analysis type, I'll go to transient. Maybe I'll select 2 seconds. My time step as 0 point. Click on apply. Okay. So here itself it is showing a warning. See, transient analysis required the initial conditions are specified unless an initial values file is specified at runtime. So we'll give that initial condition, need not worry. And you're giving another warning that you should have intermediate transient results. So that also we need to define. So then I'll go to default domain. So I'll select in this only fluid domain. Loop 1 is my solid domain, fluid is my fluid domain. So click on OK. Now I need to have two materials, so I'll try to remove this material also. I'll just to create from starting, it's water. Okay, and the material should be water. It's a continuous fluid, so I need to select a buoyant type, because based on the density difference, water would try to reside uh, at bottom, whereas air will go into the top direction, or air will be accumulated to the topmost part of the fluid. And the meshing deformation regions of motion specified, so click on and you need to select other material also, which is air, so as it is a multi-phase. Yeah, so it is air. Reference density I'll take it as 1.1325, which is air density. So in the fluid models, so that we'll go for total energy, and as the energy which is consumed, or the rotational energy which is turned into friction, or which is being dissipated as a heat due to friction. I've asked it to include that term also. Here you can see the include viscous work term, so which tries to convert all the viscous dissipation as a form of energy, because we need to check the temperature rise or check the enthalpy change due to this viscous dissipation. Next we'll go for a homogeneous model. K epsilon scalable I have selected, and yeah, we can leave all this by default. Click on apply. Yeah, you need to go for yes, both are density based difference. Surface tension coefficient is 0.07 to have considered as between air and water. Now certain number I have considered 20. Domain initialization we need to select. So before domain initialization, I'll just click apply and OK. You will have some errors, but before that we need to create an expression for domain initialization, where part of it is filled with water, part of it is with air. So I take it as 3 mm as my base, where the 3 mm is filled with water. So I'll try to insert an expression naming it as water E, and the expression is if the height is x. So if x less than equals to 3 mm, so comma 1 comma 0. So it means that if the height is less than 3 mm, the fraction should be 1, or else the fraction should be 0. Click on apply. So now try to get the other expression, which is air expression. So I'll name it as air E. So it is 1 minus water 1. Click on apply. Sorry, there is no term water 1, it is water E, because we have defined it terms E. Apply. So it is water E. So water E is if x is less than 3 mm, it is 1, or else it is 0. So air is the reverse of that. So anything which is not water is air. So now we'll go for that domain initialization portion where we've left it. So relative pressure I will take it as 0, because I have considered actual pressure is 1 atmosphere. With respect to that, it will try to solve. So 0 0 0. Temperature I'm considering it 298, and volume fraction is for air it is air expression, which is air. For water it is water expression. So you need to fill all these things. Initially I'll say that the velocity is at 0, temperature is 298, water expression. Click on apply. Okay, click on apply. Okay, so now we'll go for this domain, which is lobe 1. Now instead of selecting fluid, we'll go for lobe 1, which is solid domain. Click on apply and go to immersed solid with rotating, and angular velocity I'll select as 15 radians per second, and the coordinate axis is global jet coordinate axis. So it is that by default placed at the center, so the coordinate axis is global jet itself. So click on apply. Okay, now after that you just go to this, and all the remaining things are walls. So but whereas in this default domain you need to create a boundary which is opening. In opening, try to select the outlet, which is this point as my opening, and with this opening pressure as 0, and the opening temperature is 298, and the opening backflow conditions is only air, there is no water, so entire volume fraction is air, so I'll take it as 1. Click on apply. So I need to mention for water it is 0. So if you forgot anything, it will automatically pops that you need to fill the details. So and the next point what you need to carry is we need to make sure that remaining all the other faces as walls. So I'll select remaining everything as wall. So this is opening, so you leave it, apply. Okay, so now that is placed with walls and these things have been filled. Now we need to go to solver control. Sorry, it is output control where you need to write some transient results. I'll try to write transient result after every 3 time steps. So click on apply. Okay, so now you're good to start your simulation run. So then just go to click on solution. So here don't forget to click on double precision. If you have more number of cores, go to those number of cores. So I have only one core with a serial. Click on start. So you can see how to what extent the water is filled, and I try to make this lob also, the faces of the lob, as a variable which has the water fraction as the variability which need to be get introduced. So click on apply. Right, so you can see when this is rotating how the water is getting spilled over as immersed solid is rotating. So here it is the water, and how the water is getting stuck down to this immersed solid also you can see. I'll just try to show you a other time step where it will be much more visible how much amount of water is getting carried away by this immersed solid or this rotational fluid. So I'll try to highlight a part of volume fraction of the fluid, maybe in the region between 0.4 to 0.8. Then it will be much more easy to interpret or understand. So you can see here, right? So these are the volume fractions that have been, these are water exactly that has been carried away by this lobe when it is getting rotated. Hope this video has helped you guys in understanding how to use the immersed solid approach in gears, or how to carry out the analysis regarding the lubrication. And maybe you can go with this Rothalpy also, where it shows how much energy has been taken away due to this rotation. I'll just select Rothalpy. Okay. No, but instead of between, I'll select above value. This is 0, so it will show the entire fluid how it is getting varied. So you can see a range of Rothalpy. You can see here on the screen now where it is the red color means there is huge energy that is present here. Blue color means huge energy that is due to rotation as well as enthalpy. Red color is with a low energy, you can see here because of negative sign. And the total variability of the Rothalpy you can clearly see in the figure now. It has been rendering. So the energy which with rotation as well as enthalpy totally is been added. The enthalpy is added due to this viscous dissipation, and the energy is added due to the rotational part of the immersed solid. So now, yeah, this is the variability you can see. So it is in the range of minus 5.9 to minus 7.5. So where part is converted into enthalpy as well as rotational kinetic energy into the fluid. Please do subscribe the channel and encourage me for doing more number of videos.